was just, in terms of trying to be as specific as possible, it would be the breakdowns where I would lose my way and become pretty much inoperable, let alone, not go to work, stay home, watch TV all day. Just, it was I couldn't function. So that hasn't happened anymore. That is something that's a thing of the past now. So I used to have many compulsions, counting, light switches, lining things up on desks. I had a lot of compulsions, but I also had a lot of obsessions that stopped me from being able to do things. I would not get assignments done on time. I didn't thrive in the workplace. School was a struggle, especially earlier school. Those things over time with treatments became a little bit easier. And then, in terms of the compulsions, those things as well. And now the obsessions that still lingered. And then once I came here, that helped me to where the obsessions have definitely digressed, and they definitely haven't gotten as much of a stronghold on me to where they've consumed my life. I can still move forward without many interruptions, if any, daily. I was getting them hourly, if less. It's not stopping me from doing things anymore. I can have a normal life where I can work and not only get by, but try to thrive without it holding me back. Right around when I was about 16, I was diagnosed with OCD and depression, comorbid. It was something that I was noticing for a long time, probably before then. But I guess it really got to the point where it was too strong for me at about that age. And I chose to explore therapy. So I've been having psychotherapy along with medication as well that I take every night for a number of years since then, and I still go to this day and still seek treatment to this day. It basically was something that prohibited me from thriving in many arenas. It stopped me from doing anything to my fullest potential because it was always in the way. It was something always dragging me down. So it was pretty much affecting me at all times. Basically, for the last however many years, about 15 years since I started therapy, I've gone to psychotherapy pretty much weekly, if not bi-weekly, at times monthly, because I went to school. I went away for college. And my medications, and I just, practice cognitive behavioral therapy, so talk therapy, how to fight obsessions, which cause compulsions and cause, a chain reaction of things that hinder your life. Okay. So I've been doing that, and then one day talked to my therapist about working with OCD, and she had mentioned a nice new program that started called TMS. Very good. Very good. It took some, you have to learn about things. Obviously, everybody's natural to have questions, so I had questions about what the process would entail, the time frame, and just what the process, what the process is in terms of the procedure. But if you're suffering, you have to approach things with an open mind. So that's, I was happy that I did it. I approached it with an open mind and said, why not? What do you have to lose? If you're suffering, you do what you have to do. That's the way it should be. Where I started was doing some of my own research. And then, of course, we reached out to who had the OCD treatments, TMS, available. It's a little less common than the depression treatments in TMS. And you guys were one of the few in the area. And, my therapist has been educating me on it. So she gave me some background, and I trust her. And I came here. I actually came with my mother the first time, and we came here, and then we just basically asked you as many questions as we possibly could. We were here for hours asking questions, and then you had your assessment of me, which I believe you did the first day, right? The one test that you went through, that the questions in terms of me qualifying as a candidate and everything like that. Once everything went through, it wasn't a hard decision. I was basically waiting on when you gave me a start date, because I'm open-minded with these things. No negative surprises, because you guys educated me on what to expect. So there was nothing where, obviously it took some adjusting when you first get the helmet on and you first endure the initial magnetic waves. Nobody would be used to that. Nobody's going to say, I expected that. Nobody. So that took not adjusting because it wasn't difficult, but it was just different. But once the process started, I think I hung in there pretty strong. And nothing new. I wasn't surprised by anything. I would say safely 2 weeks in, 2.5 in there.